me start by saying that it's rather unfortunate, the editorial by the Punch, but we understand the policies and the direction of Punch newspapers. The Punch has been having consistently editorial since 2020 condemning the creation of more universities in Nigeria. However, for specifically mentioned university, it came to us as a surprise because Punch alluded to the fact that the creation of or the establishment of university in Kachia is a Greek gift. But I must put it in perspective that the Federal University of Applied Sciences Kachia is a project that took several years. Remember that before Sunday Marshal came in as the senator, we had Senator Danjumala, who had pushed for the creation of Federal University of Science and Technology, Manchok. And well, he tried his best, but at the end of his tenure as the senator, or when he finished his term, that was not passed, and therefore there was need to continue. And I think Sunday Marshal did well by continuing the drive. And in the case of Sunday Marshal, it was Federal University of Applied Sciences. And the reason is simple. Even when we went to defend, when we went for the public hearing of the Federal University of Science and Tech, the ASU president represented ASU, and he opposed the creation of or the establishment of Federal University of Science and Tech on the basis that the government was not then funding the University of Science and Technology very well in Nigeria, and as there are so many University of Science and Tech, and they have not been well funded, so to say. But I think Sunday Marshal took one step ahead of others by doing some kind of ground checking and consulting and asking questions. And it became apparent that we don't have anything like University of Applied Sciences. And therefore, both those who were members of the committee of the 9th Senate and the present committee in the 10th Senate agreed that instead of talking of University of Science and Tech, it should be University of Applied Sciences, which is the pattern that you find in Germany. And the idea was to mainstream science as the driving force, and that science, the education should be practical. It should be, talking of fabricating, talking of applying science. And we have agreed that science is the next level. In order to take us to the promised land in terms of development, we need to invest in science. And so that is why this university is purely a science-based university, and it is applied, because it's not just about theory, it is about the application of the learning regime in solving societal problems. And this is where this present bill has gone more than what we expect. But the bill itself was an aftermath of several consultations. It was a consultation by all kinds of stakeholders, lecturers, teachers, civil servant, public servant, traditional institutions, and things like that. And so we now see it as a game changer, because in any case, the region in question, the major occupation is education. Education is more or less like the industry in the southern part of Kaduna State. But the university is not for just Southern Kaduna. It is a federal university. And when you look at the admission process in the last 5 years, you'll find that both Kaduna State, Plateau State, Nasarawa State, Benue State, Niger State, and even the FCT, in the last 5 years, they have never had up to 28% admission of their candidates in universities. So they have been operating below the threshold. So the point is that you need more universities in order to admit those who probably pass JAM and may not get admission because of the quota and because of the benchmark and because of the quota JAM itself set to most universities. And I think the university in Southern Kaduna, Federal University in Southern Kaduna, will just help. But there's more to it, because again, there's restiveness. You and I know that in the last 5-6 years, you have had issues of instability, banditry, kidnapping, and all sorts of conflict in the southern part. And this conflict, directly or indirectly, is traced to unemployment and youth restiveness. So bringing a university in this area will create the necessary environment for people to initiate ability to create jobs for themselves, and the university also will create jobs, and then there will be other kind of effects that will resonate. And we are just also moving away from the ginger disease, and having a university, a science-based university, will also stimulate the kind of research that is needed to solve the problem caused by the ginger disease, so to say. And I think these are some of the flashpoints that one can say that having a university in this area is just very necessary, very important, and will solve most problems. Remember that when you create a federal university, it is not just for the zone. The only advantage is location. But in terms of all the shade of admission and whatever, admission policy of federal universities is everywhere. Everybody from Nigeria, and even outside Nigeria, is a potential candidate in that university. So having said that, it will also reduce the pressure in other universities. So those who are not admitted in ABU, in CASO, in JOS, in Nasarawa, in Federal University of Lafia, will now be the potential applicants, or those who have the potential of entering Federal University of Applied Sciences, Kachia. So I think, by and large, this is just a good thing. Even before he emerged as the senator, the Southern Kaduna Professors were the first set of people he met. And in meeting us somewhere in Kakuri, the interrogation was that, look, what do you have? What are your agenda? What are your plans? And he made it clear that his own is to pursue a people's-oriented project. And we were clear in making it known that a university in Southern Kaduna will just be it. The distinguished senator did very well. He did very well, and we don't take it away from him. He was serious in the game plan. He was serious in his campaign and his focus. Remember that the first reading of this bill was exactly a month when they were inaugurated in 2023. So having succeeded in less than 2 years, in just a year and a half, to have passed the bill for the Senate to have passed the bill for the Federal University of Applied Sciences, Kachia, is a clear indication that the senator meant business. And I don't want people to see this as just Senator Marshal Katung doing, because our support mattered a lot to him. But to be honest with you, he is result-oriented in terms of his thinking, and he has pushed the right buttons and the right connection. And there's no need to play politics with the establishment of a university when you know the benefit of it. So I think he has done well, and we give him the credit for this, because he needs somebody to make the move and then for things to work. And I think I give him 100%. It's a pass mark. I think the only disappointment would be if the president fails to assent to it. That would be the disappointment. But I think Nigerians, not just people from Southern Kaduna, are already stimulated to feel the vibe of this government with this singular act. You see, issues about development, you don't need a soothsayer but these people are tested. The president was a governor before he was a senator. You understand the intricacies and you understand the dynamics of a state. The vice president was a governor too. He was also a senator. You see, they have good qualities. The Muslim ticketing is our own statement, Nigerians. But there's nothing in the way this regime is conducting its affairs that shows that they are concerned about what religion you belong to or whatever. But I think, by and large, we can say for sure that this government has tried, and they are trying so well to ensure that development gets anywhere. The only thing for me that from Southern Kaduna is we always know that when a president is from the southern part, some good things happen to Southern Kaduna people. I don't know why it's like that. It's almost like a theory that when things like that happen, we always have the best of times now. But I think the vice president and the president, because they are like two hearts beating as one,